What's crackin', lady and gents? Nervecore here, and welcome back to the channel. Let's talk about Union Tech. Found in Union Tech. What is the Union Tech? It's an area of the game where you can further upgrade your character's stats. So what should you focus on? Some guides will tell you to focus on the Warrior Tech first. After experiencing the game further and being pretty competitive against some of the whales, I will tell you not to, unless you've chosen both Rex or Kinley together as your carries. Tanks are already very tanky, coupled with tanking artifacts like Fictional Reality and Divine Prayer. You might say, you got points into it. Like you, I was still learning the game in the beginning, and started to play around with the points, and I don't want to spend 2,000 diamonds anymore to reset it, so I left it. Your focus should be whoever your main carry is. So who are the main carries? So you've got Toko in the Raider Tech, you have Queen of Desert and Indira in the Master or Mage Tech. I would consider Rex or Kinley strong enough to be secondary carries, and last of all, my least favorite faction, at least for someone that's trying to progress through the game in the beginning or mid game, the Dark faction. You'd be looking at Anna in the Mage Tech, you'd be looking at Satan as a secondary carry in the Raider Tech, and you'd be looking at Godslayer in the Warrior Tech. The latter two being harder to get as you're progressing through the game. Now let's take a look at the 5 Union Techs. So you've chosen Toko as your main carry, and your secondary carry being Pierre. They both synergize extremely well together. So what I recommend you do is unlock all the way up to Raider Mind, the bare minimum to unlock it. Then you max out crit first, or crit damage first, either one. And then you max out armor pierce, either Raider Attack or Raider Mind. Then the skill, then both the HP stats. So let's take a look at the Master Tech or Mage Tech. Let's say you chose a Mage type class, either Indira or Stormwalker. They both synergize really well. You might have chosen Medusa and Succuba as well. Not recommended, but anyways, what you would do is open up all the slots up to Mastermind and the bare minimum. You will max out the skill, Master Skill first, and then you max out Master Crit and then Master Crit damage, and then both attack nodes, and then accuracy, then last of all the HP nodes. If you chose Queen, however, you will not max out Master Crit and Master Crit damage. Her skills and attacks cannot crit at all. Okay, now for the Ranger Tech. So you've chosen Laura or Forest of Avatar for your secondary carry, or you might have just chosen them as a main carry. I see them as both secondary. You would then open up the full tech, the bare minimum, just like the others, just to open up the previous tech. You would first max out crit, then skill damage. then raise your accuracy, the attack stats, that one, and then that one, then block, then your HP. So that's the order. Okay, let's take a look at the warrior tech. So before we start, if you're a person that just likes balance and feel the need to put points into this tech, I would definitely recommend opening all the way up to warrior block and maxing that out. Block is an amazing stat that reduces damage by 30%, making for a more tanky tank. Okay, so let's say you chose Rex, Kinley, and Godslayer, and another tank character as a secondary carry. You would then open up all the tech up to the end and putting in the bare minimum to open up the previous techs. You would then max out either warrior crit and crit damage first, and then warrior skill damage, both attack stats, which is this one and that one, warrior block, and then lastly warrior HP, that one and that one. So this is in regards to your main damage carry tank. So last of all, we're looking at the healer or support tech. My suggestion is to build your supports like they are tanks. So you would max out damage immune first, healer block, healer HP, healer skill damage, healer attack, then healer crit. Let's now focus on the Union Institute. So the Union Institute, another area of which you can improve your character's damage against their opposing character role. For example, Toko is Raider versus a hero in the warrior role, like Blaze Centaur. You can also put points to resist crowd control. The Union Institute unlocks after 200 points are placed into the main Union tech tree, which is this one, so 200 points in there. You get the Union Institute materials from the Quantum Invasion. So over here, it's called Fission Alloy, as shown. So my recommendation is to put the bare minimum to unlock the next node, all the damage nodes. If you find you're versing a lot of people in the arena that have crowd control, then you can start putting points into the immunities, like these ones. If you rarely verse them, then go nuts on the damage nodes. I would recommend you max out warrior first, at least for if you've got a Toko, then mage. First mage, mage, and then raider, and then ranger, and then support, healer. If you have an Indira or a character that does area of effect, it would then be mage, raider, ranger, support, then warrior. So the question is, should you put points into the Union Institute after it unlocks? The answer is yes. Place the bare minimum of 10 to 20 for balance. Otherwise, that does it for this video on Union Tech and Union Institute. Thanks for watching. My current favorite game, X-Hero.